right, I'm on hole number 7 of the 2020 Fall Major. I'm in the practice round in the rookie division. Let's go check out hole number 7. Trying to refamiliarize myself with the holes. All right, I don't care. There's a bunch of different ways that you can go at this hole, literally, and you'll have to find the spot for your club. So depending on what level your club is, and I'm talking about doing this with an extra mile, I believe, and a Marlin. And you can up that ball up depending on where you're getting, and it takes a couple times of trajectory, but aim right towards this tree. Dead center. Fully extended ball guide going right through the center of that tree, and then you can work and then take the wind out, whatever direction the wind is, so that you're at least taking out the side wind. And try a max overpower hook shot from there, and the goal is to land out in this area right here and get on this trajectory so that you can bleed out right here in front. And you can catch this shot if you've got a bigger extra mile and you can put too much topspin on it and actually bleed off the other side. It's possible. That's one way. You can come out here with a bigger power ball and ride this line so that you can get the maximum amount of distance that you can get along this rough line and max curl in your club. And if you've got an Apocalypse, this is probably a better shot. It does, if you got an extra mile, you can get out here. But if you got an Apocalypse, you might have a little bit better time just because you have more curl. And trying to bring it around and catch this fairway and then run out in front. And so from here you have a minimum short iron or a maximum wedge, just depending on your way. There's another shot you can do, a layup right here, and you can try and come out of here. But there's a very narrow window here. If you hit it too far to the left, you're actually, the trees are in your way, and you're going to have to bring it around the trees. You may be able to do that with just side spin, but you may have to include curl. I'm going to do a shot that starts off on this side, and I'm trying to get right there. And I don't want to get on the green. And if you're way up high on the green in the back over here, I don't think you can make the putt. I couldn't make the putt the last time we were in a tournament. I had that putt twice, and I didn't make it. If you're in about the mid green, you might be able to make that putt. But I actually don't want to be on the green. I want to be right in front of it. I just want to have a nice little chip, because in front, it's pretty straight up to it. So let's see what we can get done. So if we have a tailwind or any kind of wind moving in a forward direction, I'm going to bring a power 5 ball no matter what. Because if we have a tailwind, I won't have to do any overpower. If we have a headwind, I might have to do some overpower. So let's go. Hey, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. I'm going to take my Apocalypse only because it has more raw distance. I'm going to just bring my normal bag. But I want to bring a power 5 ball. And I'm not sure that side spin is as big a deal. The Megalodon is an option. What are my other options? I could bring a Berserker. Got one of these community balls, that's a power 4. I'm going to bring a Megalodon. Let me look at my ball selection here. It's a power 5 3 side spin. I don't have a lot of those left, but I'm going to use one of these. I think the side spin is going to be really important here. And I can switch to one of those Megalodons if we're getting a really bad headwind. Like if I can't set the shot up because of the wind, then I can switch to one of the Megalodons. I'll just have to suck it up on the side spin. The whole goal is to do the shot without having to do max overpower. You can bring out a 3 power ball and probably get over there with tailwind. All right, but with a 5 power ball, the wind's going to push me out to right there. So I'm going to do max and a couple. Let's see where that puts me. If I was actually on the fairway, I'm going to do just 1, as my notes say. And put a little bit of curl and just a titch of overpower. Hitting it one ring great to the left. And I got plenty of room on that side on the left, but right there on the left is where I'll get in trouble. A little bit more curl or not to the left, and that would have been about the right speed. I want to end up right in front. It's super critical to end up in front. You do not want to end up on the back on this green. It is bad. I got a pretty decent shot from right here, though. It's all, if I can hit this shot perfect, it's going in the cup. So that's the whole deal, is these short up Spitfire sand wedge shots, it really is literally, if you can hit the needle perfect, I mean, if you can hit it perfect, it's going in the cup. And there's no other, it's, wind's not a factor here. It all boils down to perfect. My opponent's doing a max overpower with a katana. And they're trying to bridge that gap, and they cut it just a little too close. That would have rolled out nicely if they'd have given it just a little teeny bit more room. Let's see what I can get done with my topspin. See if it'll jump up. Okay, I'm going to try and hedge my bet a little at this distance. See if I can catch a perfect or a great on one side or the other. And I was going for the great on the other side. You get the idea of what I was trying to do on the drive, though. Just missed it just a little on the outside. I'm going to go back and watch that. If you look on my, I'll open up my grid. On my grid, I put a hash mark for hole number 1 on how much curl I was putting on there. I went back and watched the video. I got a nice shot over. And because you're not using, I typically on curl shots, I like to set the shot up so that I'm using max curl or no curl. Those ones that are in the middle are hard to replicate. But if you have a grid, you can go through and put in custom ticks. You can color code them. See if my opponent can get in from here. Close. Close. This hole right here is, we've got to get an eagle on this hole. There's 2 of these par 4s, and on one of them we got to get an eagle on every side. I mean, it's like literally, we have to pick up one or the other, and the whole goal is to pick up both, because we can keep up with the Joneses. We're still going to have to pick something else up. We're still going to have to get a hole-in-one or get an Alvy or get something else to separate ourselves from the crowd. But picking up this par 4 and the mid par 4, hole number 5, it's going to be super critical. It must be a par 3. It must be a par 5. All right, that was hole number 7 of the 2020 Fall Major Practice. Thanks for watching.